See you in person again.
Yeah, it is.
Well, and how exciting is it, you guys count down to this day and knowing that really ramping up preparations for 2021 now?
Man, it's very exciting to be back. It seems like it really seems like a new thing. I remember I walked in, I guess 2 days ago, and I saw the lunchroom tables, and I was excited. So it seems like I'm a rookie again, just because everything that I think what makes this place to me so special is the family atmosphere that Harbaugh and Bisciotti and DeCosta welcome in. You're allowed to be yourself, but it's kind of hard to do that. Well, last year was hard to do that with some of the restrictions, but I'm happy that if you're vaccinated, you get a little bit more freedom in the building and everything. So it's really exciting to be back, but it even makes it even better just with some of the vaccination thing and allowing to just be what makes this place so special.
And here we are, out here together just for the first time, and so it certainly feels like we're almost back there. On the same day, you learn, Lamar's not out here for a positive COVID test, so you're still kind of. We're not. Is it weird? Is it almost unsettling that still is part of it while it feels like we're coming back?
I'm not. What was the question?
So does it feel strange? It's kind of unsettling, and that that can still happen. That's still something we have to deal with. While at the same time, it feels like we've come. Hey, we're back, right? Does it feel? Is that weird? Is it hard?
Yeah, I would say with anything in this life, anybody can get sick, anybody can get hurt and not be out here. So, even though you're back to normal, there's still a reality that someone can get the flu, someone can get bronchitis. There's a lot of different sicknesses that can hold somebody out. But like I said earlier, it's just great to be back and being able to be so united.
Marlon, on social media, you've been among the biggest cheerleaders for getting vaccinated. I know last year you had some COVID scares or whatever. So what is I guess that kind of journey been like in terms of finding out what's necessary and what's important for getting that message out?
For me, I just I know I don't really go too much into detail with different things about numbers and different things like that. But I have a cousin that works in the hospital, and she kind of tells me different things here and there. And it seems like initially when the vaccine came out, I'd already I think had corona earlier in the year. And so I was waiting on to see what the NFL was going to do, and I like to follow whatever the NFL is kind of promoting, and that's been one of the biggest things is to get the vaccine from the NFL, and as a worker underneath that title, I try to do what I can to fall in line that kind of makes everything kind of go. So I didn't want anything to hold me back. I didn't want to get the corona and kind of miss a big game like last year. That really sucked watching my guys play the Colts last year. And I was at the house all excited, but I felt fine, but I couldn't play because the day. So I just didn't want anything to hold me back. So that's been one of the biggest things. I think it's a personal choice for anybody. If you don't want it, you don't have to. But I think everyone should address it as such. But if there's you just have to know there's certain things that might hold you back, and so that ultimately comes up to your choice. But different guys have religion things. Different guys have they just don't feel comfortable. Different guys have health things. There's a lot of different things that could affect that, whether you can or cannot get it. But like I said, for me, the biggest thing, I didn't want it to hold me back. And I felt like from the top up, the NFL have kind of been really pushing it. And I wanted to be a part of that group that got it.
Marlon, what does it mean to have Tavon Young back out on the field for you guys as a defense, but also just what he's been through the last couple of years of injuries?
Man, it feels great to have Tay back. He's I filled in his spot, the nickel for the past kind of 2 years. But I'm happy to have him back. I can move back outside, and man, me and P, Jimmy, and Tavon, that's a pretty strong four. So I'm really excited to have him back. I know what he can do on the field. So him getting healthy, him being back out there, it's great.
How did you feel with Lamar not being out there? The backup quarterbacks, Trace and Tyler, out there. How do you feel they performed?
I thought they performed very well. Man, the ball went up top a lot today, so that's really good. I think, that's the NFL. When a guy has a hamstring, guy has something small, might have to miss a game here and there. The next guy's got to step up. So I think Trace and Snoop, and I'm not even sure the other kid's name, but Kenji. I thought they all did really well. I couldn't even tell who was throwing the ball a lot of times. I just remember looking up, trying to find the ball, and it being right in the spot where it's supposed to be.
Well, after Coach Beagle, I talked to Hoover earlier this week. You talked a lot about your family, and I know when you signed your big contract, you were very emotional about your dad. How much has your family, what role has your family played in getting you, obviously great genes, but getting you to this spot? Second contract, franchise type player.
For me, my family's just done a great job. Even my siblings, a lot of people talk about my mom and dad, but even my siblings, it was, if you played bad, it wasn't the funnest dinner at the house. So you were definitely going to be told about it. And there wasn't really much quitting in my household. But my mom and dad, my mom being an All-American in track, my father being an All-American in football, and my dad told me just so many stories when I was younger about, from really A to Z, blowing money, people taking money from you, different things behind his contract. There's all type of things. And I remember hearing the same stories when I was 6 all the way when I was 22. And then I get in those same situations and I'm like, well, I don't think I should do this because I feel like I've already lived it. So he's been so much more than a father for me, mentor, helping my contract agent-wise. He's just done a lot, and it's really been just really big to lean on them. And even my mom, I think about, track at almost every phase. When I was elementary, when I was middle school, when I was high school, there was a kid I couldn't beat. And, my mom told me to just stick with it. She felt that I could outwork those people that were beating me. And it always seemed to come true in track. So there's a lot of different things that I've learned from both of them, and along with my siblings as well.
All right, thank you, Marlon.
All right, thank you.